I play the role, and the highway is our song. And every city is like the same three chords, been helping us along when the story is told. And the crowd is done and gone, shaking off the coming home.
What's up, guys? Fomo Guy 1 here, and welcome to the Red Bull Summer 200 for the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League Cup Series. Today we have a very interesting race for you guys. As you can already see, it is raining here at Red Bull Ring Short. So yeah, this race is going to start under the weather. We're not going to delay this for the rain to pass. So yeah, an entire stage is going to be raced in the rain. It looks like it's going to be clearing up, though, for stages 2 and 3, hopefully. But yeah, before we start this race, we have a little shot of the cars before it started raining earlier. So let's take you through the field and show you the cars we have in the field today. Alright, guys, so we're going to take you through the field and show you 6 of the cars that are in the race today. And we're going to do this in a random order. I'm going to do the trump cars last, so we're going to start with the 16 car. And again, I'm going through these cars today because I really want to explain them and show them off because they are really slick looking race cars. So this is a custom LL Bean number 16 Mustang as requested by Down East. He requested LL Bean to be the sponsor, and then I threw this together with some really cool tribal tear designs. And then he has this very special, meaningful 8-bit looking ribbon on the hood. It says Messalonsky Strong. Messalonsky is a high school in his area where they lost one of their dear classmates to a brutal, just bizarre accident a few years ago. But yeah, he's racing that ribbon very big on his hood and the side of his car, just to show awareness and show that he cares and the community cares, and they are really just dealing with that loss. They'll never truly get over it, but hey, she's in a better place now, and I certainly hope that everybody in that area can grieve appropriately and really help feel better. Going back here, we have one of the most legendary NASCARs to ever hit a track in the NASCAR Cup Series, in real life certainly, but especially now to this game. The number 24 car, 1-to-1 scale, Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior Camaro. And I say 1-to-1 scale because this car truly is a true replica of what the real life car was. Now obviously the stuff that isn't is like the number 24 on the rear, and then the Valvoline sticker, and the Valvoline stickers up near the rear windows. That stuff is stuff that we run on our current contingency package. But other than that, so like the DuPont stickers, all the sponsors back here, so Pepsi, GMAC, Haas CNC, Quaker State, all of these are basically just like how the real life car was back in the day. Again, I love seeing this race car, and it was a lot of fun to make it. I always try to make sure every single one of my race cars is as true to the original as you can get it if you request a real life NASCAR. So very cool to see that on the track today. So as far as the trump cars go, we are going to start with Car Freaks because all of the hashtags are on this car, and then you'll be able to know what they mean when we go look at the rest of them. So this Trump Mustang is quite truly one of the coolest NASCARs I have ever seen. And if I was ever to try to get this car like noticed, I would try to get this to be run in real life NASCAR because this thing is a beauty. So we have Trump on the hood, humongous word, and obviously his face with a red outline because Republican. So I'm going to explain all these hashtags so y'all know what they are. So hashtag MAGA, Make America Great Again. Hashtag MLCA, hashtag Make Liberals Cry Again. Hashtag KAG, Keep America Great, which it obviously is not under Biden. Let's go to this side. Hashtag ALM, All Lives Matter, because they do, not just one color, because one color is racist. Hashtag Build the Wall. Yes, we need to continue building that wall for our borders. Hashtag Save America. Yep, America is in desperate need to be saved. Hashtag Biden Lost. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Biden did lose, but, you know, he won illegitimately, so that's how you say that. The big one, hashtag Burn the Masks, because guess what? Coronavirus only exists politically, in my opinion. And obviously people are getting vaccinated and still wearing the masks, and they still get the virus. So guess what? Why not enjoy your freedoms? If you're going to get the virus, just do what you normally do. Don't do all this bullcrap the government's telling you, only to get the virus anyways. And then my favorite hashtag, I saved this one for last, Hashtag Schiff Show. So obviously, if you don't know, Adam Schiff in the government, googly-eyed pencil neck, I guess you could call him. He is one of the wildest looking people ever, and I do believe it was Sean Hannity on Fox News. One day when they were trying to impeach Trump, I do believe Hannity just called it a Schiff Show. And I thought that was such a beautiful statement and beautiful title that I decided to make it a hashtag and put it on this beautiful piece of art race car. But yeah, this thing has a color shift, silver and red paint, which just flashes red all over when the light changes on it. And yes, this car is fueled by liberal tears in every sense of that definition. So quite literally, whenever a leftist has a problem with something Trump did, this car goes faster. So zoom zoom. That is the 14 Trump Stewart Haas Mustang. So the number 88 Trump Camaro for Stewart Haas. This thing has the same sponsor that Car Freak ran in the USA race, the Defend the Second. But then that thing is complemented by all of these hashtags all over the car. This one has a new one. I think this one might be on the 14 as well, but defend the police, not defund. I love it when high-end politicians get in the spotlight and they say, let's defund the police while they pay for their own security detail. Politicians are all hypocrites, more so Democrats than Republicans, but honestly, it seems like almost all of them are hypocrites at some point in their lives. Rear of this car says Trump 2024. And then a cool thing is the top part of this race car is painted in matte, and then the row going on the door is actually metallic. Also sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company and National Guard. So this is the number 88 Camaro for Stewart Haas. Going down here we have Lone driving the number 43 Back the Blue Defend the Police Camaro for Richard Petty Motorsports. And this car is just really slick looking. This is a straight to the point car, nothing outlandish like that 14 is, but this car is, hey, we love the police. You should never defund them. Because if something goes wrong and you call the cops and they don't come, all of a sudden you need the cops. The cops are who you need to defend, not defund. And then we have all of these Trump hashtags: MAGA, Save America, Burn the Masks. Trump, Back the Blue, Defend the Police. And obviously Trump 2024. You can look right here. It says Trump 2024 on the rear end of both of these NASCARs. It looks really slick. Big blue line and the America flag going down the side of this car. One of the best looking cars of today's race by far. The number 43 Back the Blue Camaro for Richard Petty Motorsports. And the final car for today in this group of 6 here. The Trump 2024 Penske Mustang for Clone. And again, this car is one of the cleanest looking cars in my opinion because I love the shade of red on this car. But yeah, Trump riding along the hood on this one, just like the 14 car. And very big letters, Save America and MAGA. Very fitting for a Trump car. This is the America flag Brad Keselowski car, just recolored and then rebranded with Trump stuff. Love to see it. And as we look around to this stuff, just brilliant to see all this stuff on this race car. Again, a Mustang, Biden lost, Save America. This car, just like the 14 and really all the Trump cars, fueled by liberal tears. Yep, cry it up. You failed to impeach Trump twice because he did nothing wrong, and you still complain about Trump when he's no longer in office. So please, cry away on behalf of all the Trump supporters. So that is your full field today. Well, not full field. There's 2 cars that are not in this little pack here, but that is all of the main cars in today's race. So let's go green, shall we? And yeah, so it's really cool to see some of these drivers doing a mini event with these Trump cars. You're going to see a lot of them in the field today. The first Trump car is Clone starting in 3rd place, but again, this is going to be a great race, and we are only 2 races away, counting today, from the playoffs. And again, the playoffs is going to be huge because the winner of this season will pocket $300 cash. 2nd place gets $125, and 3rd place gets $75. But alright, these guys are ready for 200 miles racing at Red Bull Ring Short. They're going to have to do a big chunk of it in the rain here. Down east is your pole sitter, and here we are green at Red Bull. Going to be really interesting to see how much grip these cars have going off, because down east did not get going whatsoever. 3 wide going through turn 1. And that's going to work itself out as Luna is going to go to the lead, as Luna is really sideways into the grass. Luna's going to fall way off of the pace, hopefully not to get into anybody's way. And they are 2 wide for the lead. Sayard is really sideways, almost wrecking. They are 3 wide again. Luna's off of the track. And with all of that, Lone is going to go to the lead. And now this is all hopefully gonna just balance itself out a little bit. Because I know it's raining, but that was quite a hectic little restart there. Clone is gonna shoot way off of the track, almost way into the sand. Yeah, he's gonna get back onto the track, and everybody's cool. Let's look back up at the leaders. Down East is gonna see if he can get around the 43 and take the lead. It looks like he might have the preferred line for turn 1, but there is a big run to be had on the outside, and no, he's gonna have it. And again, something big to note here is Lone is gonna really underbrake this corner. And you see Car Freak moving up to 3rd, but something to note is that qualifying is done in random order, except we kind of know how fast these guys are because they did a decent amount of practice at this racetrack. And basically, we've seen clips where Down East was gapping Car Freak by almost half a second to a second a lap. So Down East luckily got pole position from the draw, but yeah, Down East was easily the quickest car here today, just from practice. And right now, he's starting to gap himself to Lone a little bit. Now, I will say a little disclaimer here. I'm not sure how long this race is going to be, because again, the shorter the races are, the better. And also, I think I'm going to be starting to do highlight videos just to show what happened instead of full-length races going forward. But again, y'all like the full race videos, so I will definitely try to crank them out as long as I can. But yeah, I think for this race, we're going to have at least 3 different weather scenarios for these stages. So I think it's raining for this stage. It's going to clear up and still be a little bit cloudy for stage 2. And then I think it's going to be sunny for stage 3. So it's going to be a lot of different racing and a lot of different aspects for these drivers. So these cars are going to be handling way different as the race goes on. So something to note here, there are clear track boundaries and guides through all the turns, but this league is a little bit loose on enforcing those rules. So basically, if these drivers want to shoot all the way out, like beyond the barriers and go off the track, you're allowed to do that, but it's kind of, you have to weigh the risk with the reward, because it is very easy to spin out and or wreck by going way off of the track. But if you take that risk and you gain something from it, you're not going to be penalized here. As we see here, Car Freak's trying to battle off Serd. Serd caught up to him, and now Car Freak's able to drive away just a little bit. And again, this little mini event of Trump cars is just something really cool. And again, as we showed you the pack of cars at the beginning here, these Trump cars, I had someone ask me this, and I have to reconfirm for everybody. This is not an official Trump race. This is not something where, oh, I forced most of the people to drive Trump cars, and this is the Trump 200. No, this is just something that a couple of guys got together after the last race, and they all discussed how they really like Trump. They miss having him in office. And this league is a fantasy league where you can basically put anything on a race car that you want. So these 4 guys driving Trump cars all agreed to say, hey, let's run Trump cars this week. And again, those guys are Lone, Car Freak, Serd, and Clone. Now, I must say, when I did that little descriptor at the beginning showing off all the cars, I gave a thorough explanation of what's on that 14 car, and there is just about every right-winger Republican thing you could think of to put on a race car. I really like it because I love just... This league is one thing. You can say whatever you want and put whatever you want on a race car. So if somebody wants a Trump car, done deal, I'll make you a Trump car. If somebody wants a Biden car, done deal, I'll make you a Biden car. You can wear your opinions proudly on this car. And as we look up at these 3 Trump cars here, they're actually starting to get pretty close for second as Down East is gapping himself to the rest of the pack. Car Freak went to the outside trying to get a run on Lone, but that opened the door for Serd to come to the inside. Serd's going to see if he can get to the inside of Lone on this corner. It looks like he will. 2 wide for second. They got to get through these S's very carefully because of this rain. There's not much grip with these tires. Wow, Serd got into Car Freak. No, Car Freak spun Serd out through the S's. And with that, that is not a caution as he's going to get off of that okay, it looks like. Clone goes to 4th. It looks like Car Freak was trying to stay to the inside of the 88 and then just nowhere to go, clipped him. Accidents happen in racing. It's a tough break for whoever gets the crap end of the stick, but, you know, it happens. And again, this pack is pretty spread out, actually. So the upload schedule is going to be really wonky because I'm not sure what's going to happen with the playoffs, and I'm going to be doing a couple little promos for the playoffs, so I'm not sure when these videos will be hitting. But again, we'll still be cranking out these videos as soon as we can. See here, Lone trying to stay in front of Car Freak. Lone is just wicked loose going through these S corners. That opens the door. Car Freak's going to get to the inside. Nope, door closes back up. And again, to my knowledge, this is the first rain race with the Cup Series with these cars. Lone is going to shoot way to the outside. Yeah, that opened the door right up for Car Freak, and he's going to go blazing by. Lone is trying to stay with them. To my surprise, no! Lone is still there. Too wide for second, and Lone is going to take second back. You saw how far outside he went on that last corner, but he was able to stay with the 14. What a move. Coming through that corner. Look at Clone. He's starting to catch up to these two cars here. Clone's car looks a little bit unstable, but again, him being a newer driver to this style of racing, you kind of expect that a little bit. Out of all the Trump cars, I think Clone's car is one of the cleanest looking ones because it's an existing Brad Keselowski scheme, except it's just recolored and redone with Trump stuff on it. Again, everything we do here with Trump, it's always patriotic and it's always just to show our support for him. And even though all these guys are running Trump cars, we're never trying to change anybody's point of view, and we're never trying to like persuade people to like Trump. You're welcome to your free opinion, and we love having our free opinions. That's what's great about this country. As we come around this first corner here, Down East, once again, is just driving away from second place. Looks like he's going to have a lapped car up here. That's Profit in the 24. And once Down East catches up to him, it's just really cool to watch. Profit is basically brand new to this type of racing. I think this is only his second race with us, so he's not going to be that great, but again, he's going to learn as he races more with us. 24 cars wicked loose. He almost took out the 16 on that last corner. But yeah, it's really cool to see this legendary NASCAR on the track again, the 24 Rainbow Warrior. Again, even though it's getting lapped, it still looks great out there on the racetrack. They are too wide for second place. Car Freak trying to hold the run on the inside. Sarid has a little bit of a run behind him. Lone's trying to power his way on the outside. 3 wide. They're all going to get into each other. Sarid just loose in the grass. They are still 3 wide. Sarid falls off of the pace. That was almost really bad. And yeah, I just said Sarid for all of that time. That was actually Clone, so that's my bad. Clone and Sarid's cars look really similar. Red Trump cars, which again is lovely to see. Car Freak's trying to stay with Lone. Again, there's something about these cars in the rain. It's very tricky to get the power down fully in the corners. Clone's going to try to dive to the outside. It looks like it didn't really work, but he's going to get a decent run of speed out of the corner. And funny enough, with Clone being in 4th, Sarid has fallen all the way back to 5th now. Looks like we have a car a little bit sideways out of the corner. It looks like it is Profit. He is really slow coming out of 1 with a huge pack of cars coming to him. Oh, and Clone just gave the boot to Car Freak. Car Freak's going to shoot way off into the grass. Didn't hurt him too bad, but Clone just underbraked the crap out of that corner, and hey, he's going to go to 2nd doing it. So I guess good move on him. Alright, well, since this is the first ever rain race for the Cup Series in these cars, why not do a very early, crank it up, and give you some really cool camera angles of these cars going around the track before the 24 kills 2 people. And that was a pretty cool looking crank it up. We bounced between a couple of visor cans between Car Freak and Saird's cars. And with that, caution is out. It looks like a car is spun on the top of the racetrack. Not really sure what happened there. I have to look back and see what happened, because obviously they did call a caution. So the 24 car is coming down into turn 2, and he just did not have any brakes. You can see him way up there. He gets into the wall. And yeah, they called a caution for that, because that looked like a pretty gnarly wreck going into the wall there. So alright, we have a caution about halfway through, so we're going to see what these guys do in the pit lane and get them grouped back up for a restart. And as the cars come down to the final corner, they're getting formed back up for the restart here. We are on lap 19 out of 36 in this rainy weather. The outside line does not have very many cars compared to the inside line. Down east is your control car. Green flag is back out. Luna got a crazy restart. Looks like we had a car to the inside. Yep, it was Clone. He overshot the crap out of that corner. And with that, Luna's going to hold the lead. Here's the thing about Luna right now. That 23 car he's driving was not made by the league guys. He drove that car by accident. But hey, still a kind of cool looking 23 cars. He's going to spin out. The 16 just punted him off the track. He's going to spin out as Down East is going to go back to the lead. And he got Lone right behind him, seeing if he can get up and challenge for that lead. Again, this is wild to see in the rain. Because again, way less grip, slippery conditions. You got the wipers on in your face. Just love this kind of racing. And you know, with this game, you can't have rain everywhere, because rain is not at all racetracks. But we're really looking into this for next season, because I feel like next season we're going to go to some racetracks that have rain and just incorporate it a little bit. And unlike real life NASCAR, we're not going to call the race finished whenever the guy we want to win wins the race, is in the lead. Ooh, there's a little bit of under-braking there. Saird and Lone both under-braked a tad. A car's in the wall back there. I do believe it's the 2-car Clone. Clone under-braked again, and he actually paid the price that time. Something I mentioned at the beginning when I showed off the cars on that 16 car, that ribbon on the hood and the sides, it's something very meaningful to the driver. It says Mesolonsky Strong, and that's something referencing a school in his area. They lost one of their dear friends to a very bizarre accident that she died in. I won't get into it, but it really rocked that community, and it really affected the families. And he was very adamant about driving that ribbon on his car, and we made sure to make it nice and big on the car so it was very visible to people looking from afar. And again, they're never going to be able to live that down, but I hope they're able to find peace. It's been a few years since that accident happened, but I can only imagine the family has certainly not gotten over it. As we look back there, the 88 car just Tokyo drifted that corner back there. Shocked he only went back to 4th. And Lone driving this back the blue car, which is based off of a real-life NASCAR. I think it's the number 47. Could be wrong on that, but a back the blue car that has a Trump influence on it. I certainly back the blue, and I hope everybody out there does too. Not every cop out there is legit, but you can't judge all of them for one bad apple. As they come out of the corner down here into turn 2, laps are winding down pretty decently. Only got about 12 to 13 laps remaining in this stage. And again, as we look, we mentioned that Car Freak's car has a bunch of hashtags on it. Well, the paint booth decided to use those hashtags on some of the other Trump cars. So actually, Lone has a few there on the door and the quarter panel. I think Clone and Saird both have some on their Trump cars too. And again, that's what I love about this league compared to the other ones out there, is this league is 100% fantasy. You can run some real life cars if you want, like you can run a William Byron car or an Alex Bowman car. Or you can just go 100% fantasy, tell us a sponsor you want on the car, and we will make it happen. And again, with the playoffs being so close, we are currently still looking for drivers, because Season 2 is going to be a lot more competitive than this season. This season was kind of just a tester season in a way, just to see what would happen. And it is growing a lot ever since we started. So again, if you would like to race with us for Season 2, and have a shot to race for the $300 grand prize for the title winner, please message CarFreak13 on PlayStation and request a party chat interview. Must be 18 years or older, and you must have Discord. If you do not have Discord, you will not be able to join our league, because that is what we use to communicate between drivers. As we look here, Sarah is actually starting to chase CarFreak down a little bit. Again, CarFreak and Stuart Haas in general are on a crazy win streak right now, because I believe CarFreak has 4 wins on the season, and then his teammate Raging has 1 win, and that is 5 wins in a row for Stuart Haas Racing. And then CarFreak is on a 3-win streak right now, so right now he's in 4th, so you know, these drivers are doing a pretty good job at trying to keep him behind. And again, we saw that a lot in that other league, because he is the NRL Season 2 champ, and he has 27 total wins in that league. And then you combine his 4 wins in this league, he has 31 Cup Series wins total, so that is a crap load of wins for one driver. And we've mentioned Down East a few times, but again, he has a lot of racing experience with other racing games. And he's played GT Sport a decent bit. He's never really been given the full opportunity to go out here and race for wins. But again, he's been present for every race this season except for the 4th of July race, so he's certainly gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of racing expertise racing with us. And right now, we only have 2 races left, including today before the playoffs, so a win could certainly try to solidify your way into the playoffs. And with that big of a prize up for the top 3 finishers and points, that's a lot to race for. As we look through the field a little bit, CarFreak back and forth. He's trying to catch back up to Lone. Again, Lone is one of those guys, we've mentioned it many times, where he does win races, and obviously he won one already this season in this league, but he's not really one driver that wins many. He certainly has the ability to, but he usually just can't really seal the deal. But with that being said, he's always there in points. He is one of the best points drivers you're ever going to meet for the Cup Series in NASCAR. Right now, he's trying to stay in 3rd place. And again, something big to note, Plasma did not show up for this race today, so he will not be scored any points. And because of that, that could potentially shift the point standings right now. As we look up at the leader's going through the final corner, and then it looks like 2 cars in the back of the pack is coming out of the last corner. That could get a little dicey if Down East catches him. We're going to have to watch and see how quickly he does that, because I do believe Down East is quick enough to get up to him. Again, you see the cars coming down the straightaway. There's just so much rain and mist and crap shooting up off of the tires. And I kind of understand real life NASCAR whenever they were racing in the rain. I half understand why they called the race when they did, because the racing was very treacherous and dangerous, but they literally called the race right after Chase Elliott went to the lead, and that just looked ultra sus. See Prophet's car, he's just a little bit unstable in that 24 car right now. I do believe right now he's at least 1 lap down. He might have just went 2 laps down unless he got 1 back under the last caution. Sarah is going to try to get around him. The 24 is trying to stay out of the way. Yeah, Prophet goes out off the track basically to get out of the way. See CarFreak all over Lone's bumper here. And now Lone and CarFreak both are going to have to navigate around this 24 car. They almost looked like they were going to go 3 wide. The 24 just cooked it through the corner. Okay, well, he came to a dead stop out of 1. That is not a caution by this ruling, but yikes. Very lucky there were no more cars behind him. And now Down East is going to try to put the move on Luna and put him a lap down. As we look, it looked like the 24 car actually gapped the 88 more from the 16. Because Down East got by him pretty decently, and then the 88 had a little bit of trouble through the last corner. But then it looks like Luna just slowed the 16 down a little bit. That's interesting. We have just 7 laps to go. Getting the stage winding down very quickly. Just to go over a couple of things, we recently had a change to our playoff schedule. So after today's race, we're going to Suzuka East for the regular season finale. Then after that, we have the wild card shootout between any eligible drivers looking to become the final seed in the playoffs. Then after that, the playoffs begin, and we go to, I believe it's Kyoto Miyabi. So they're going to go there to race. And then after that, round 2 at Northern Isle. And then after that is a new track they just added, which is Sardegna. And then the playoff finale will be at Blue Moon Infield B. And then after that, the Championship 4 will advance to Blue Moon Speedway. And they will be racing for the NFRL Season 1 title. Should be a great battle, and should be great to see who makes it to the playoffs. Right now, there's not really much to determine who's going to be in the playoffs. It's just going to be where they're going to be in points. Because there's not too many drivers out of the playoff loop that can really get in right now. But again, they're all racing for playoff points, stage points, and race points. Down East, once again, not only maintaining this lead, but he is certainly making it bigger as these laps go on. As we have 2 cars spun out of turn 1. You see on the track display 2 cars. Looks like Prophet and Luna, 2 cars that are at least a lap down, got around out of turn 1. We're going to look back and see what happened, because that looked gnarly. So coming down the front straightaway, you see Clone back there. He's trying to put them a lap down from 5th place. And then you got Prophet and Luna. Wow, Prophet was way unstable. Luna tries to pass him on the inside. They get into each other. 24 goes around, and the 23. They both spin out wildly in the grass. Yeah, not much damage to that, but again, a very unstable 24 car and a Luna and a 23 car that was just trying to get by him. Alright, well, Down East looked like he was going to drive away with this thing, but this caution just threw a monkey wrench in that, so let's get him grouped back up. And as the rain continues to pour down here at Red Bull Ring, only 2 cars came to the pits. That was Sared and Clone. And with that, Car Freak somehow ends up on the front row now. And here we go. Double file restart, 3 rows deep. Down East is your control car, and we have 2 laps to go. And because we are so late in this race, basically if a caution comes out, that will officially end the stage. Green flag is out. 2 laps to settle it. Down East has the preferred line on the inside. He's going to try to get around Car Freak in turn 1. Oh, Clone is there. Clone just made the 16 really loose, and Car Freak is going to go to the lead. Oh, I don't know if that was Clone's fault, but you saw the 2 car almost spin the 16 out into turn 1. Well, Car Freak I don't think has led all day, but now he has the lead with only a lap and a half to go. Oh, the 16 is really loose coming through those S corners. Once they come out of this corner, they will come to the white flag. Car Freak didn't lead a lap all stage, and now he gets a lucky restart on the outside. And there it is, 1 lap to go for stage 1. Down East has the draft with Car Freak. He's going to try to get back around him. And once again, we mentioned, we've seen these 2 practice, and Down East was way better. It wasn't even the competition. The 16 was way better. But now Car Freak has a little bit of a gap to the 16. Let's see if he can hold that gap. And while all that's happening, Lone is trying to get back up there to challenge maybe for 2nd. And then you have 2 of the red Trump cars back there battling for 4th. No mistakes from anybody. Lone's going to fall off the pace just a little bit. Down East is trying. He's staying in Car Freak's draft. Final 2 corners. Can Down East get there? And no, not leading the entire stage, but Car Freak is going to lead the most important lap, and Car Freak is going to win stage 1. And I must say, that was a piece of work watching all of these drivers race in the rain. That was awesome to see that. Well, that was certainly fun to see. the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League Cup Series in the rain. But as you can see now for stage 2, the rain has passed. And not only that, but the track got dry really quickly, so that's cool to see. Also kind of dark looking. It's kind of midday, and yet these clouds, you know, they made it look pretty dark on the racetrack. But here we go. The choose cone was back there, so they're going to get formed up in their lines. Again, we have a really nice 8-car field for today's race. And again, I don't know how Car Freak won that stage. I mean, I know he got a little bit of luck and a little bit of help on that restart because Clone kind of made the 16 a little uncomfortable there coming out of 1, but still a great drive by Car Freak. Here we go. Car Freak and Lone on the front row. Car Freak is your control car, and stage 2 is green flag. You see Sarah in last right there. He's trying to maybe change his lane right there. Lone got a humongous run. Car Freak takes a little hit from the back. They are 4 wide coming out of turn 1. And here comes Sarah up. Sarah is going to try to get in there for maybe 3rd. Nope. And with all of this happening, they are almost still 3 wide with FRL back there in the 34 car trying to come up. Sarah went from last to 2nd within a couple of corners. And Lone clearly had the better restart. Down East went from 3rd to last. Okay, everything just shuffled on that restart. You see, Lone reaped the benefits there, and so did Sarah, really. Lone took the lead after he was in, I think, 3rd or 4th, and he chose the outside line on the restart. It certainly benefited him. And again, coming to this first corner, usually you're not really allowed to go to the outside like that, past that green barrier, but these drivers do it because you're not penalized in this league. They get every inch of this racetrack. Lone under brake. Sarah's going to go to the lead, and he has Car Freak counting him now. Down East is back up to 5th. Sarah is trying to get there. Now Car Freak passes Sarah in the S corners. What a move. The lead is changing very quickly. And again, only a couple of laps in now for stage 2, and already I think we've had 3 lead changes, maybe more, but wow. Lone was up there leading. Now he fell to 4th place. Car Freak's going to try to hold that outside line and get that preferred run. Sarah's car's been all over the place, but he's still showing a lot of great speed. And again, now we really get to see what these cars can do with a dry racetrack. Lots more grip, certainly. As we look, FRL, he hasn't really shown up to many races, but he is certainly here today, driving that number 34 Baja Blast custom car. He's going to see if he can try to get around Sarah, maybe. He's certainly staying with them. Sarah is not able to gap him quite yet. As we look back, Down East has moved up to 4th place. Again, I don't think Down East is going to have a problem trying to find the front, but he's back there a decent ways now. Again, Car Freak trying to keep this lead. Very early on in this stage, but again, this is just a teller to see what's going to happen for this stage. And now without the rain, we're able to see these cars a lot better, and you're going to be able to see a lot of these Trump cars just look absolutely amazing on the racetrack. FRL has a slight run to the outside that's going to close up a little bit. Ooh, he's going to try to get back to the bumper. The 88 can't get there that time. Car Freak's gapping Sarah a little bit. Not terribly, though, considering how hard those two are racing for 2nd. Going into these S corners, we talked to Car Freak before, and whenever he was driving with Down East during those practice sessions, the S corners is where Down East just blew him away. Because for whatever reason, Car Freak had no speed in the S's. Well, now all of a sudden on race day, he has certainly seemed to have figured it out. See a lot of bumping and grinding through these tires on these rumble strips. And again, we mentioned, they can shoot out just about as far outside as they can get it. But again, it's the risk. If you get a run doing it, cool, but it is very easy to lose control of your race car going that far outside. Down East is starting to catch FRL. Slowly but surely. Sarah is starting to actually pull Car Freak back in a little bit. I think Car Freak is still in the process of... Oh, he's sideways through the S-corners, and Car Freak spins from the lead. Was literally just about to say that Car Freak was still somewhat learning the track with his speed, and he literally spins in the S-corners for no apparent reason. Man, I think he hit the rumble strips the completely wrong way, and boy did that cost him, all the way back to 5th place now because of that. No caution because it was a single car wreck and he didn't hit anything, but jeez, that was bad. And now Serd, another fellow Trump car driver, will take the lead. And again, Serd is another driver where he has showed speed basically every week. He just hasn't been able to fully close out a win. But you know what? Maybe he can with Trump on board, because much like the election that Trump won, he should win this race. And again, these Trump cars are just awesome to see. And again, if you don't like Trump, that's awesome. That's your opinion, and you're free to have that opinion. And we love having our opinions, but we're not here to offend anybody or really upset anybody. If you get upset because some of our cars have Trump on them, that's on you. You know, I'm not going to get offended or upset if somebody drives a car that has Biden crap all over it. As we look back, Down East has officially passed FRL for 2nd place. And now Serd is his next target. As you look back, Car Freak has officially gotten back around lone for 4th place. Again, Serd is holding pretty decent speed up here in the lead. See how far to the outside he just went? And then coming out of this corner, we've often seen drivers, even in the rain a little bit, go out into the grass. Again, no restrictions and no penalties, but I don't know how you're possibly making speed in the grass. Especially not with these new slick tires on for this no rain circumstance. And Down East is going to wreck into the wall coming out of turn 1. He's going to fall back to 3rd, and now Car Freak is coming up on him. It's been a lot of stuff you don't normally see in a race like this. That being 2 of the best drivers in this league both wrecking out so far in this race. And wrecking out when it wasn't raining. But alright, while these guys continue to race, let's have a quick little sponsor showing our GTA Funny Moments series on our YouTube channel. The GTA Funny Moments series is a series that we've been running for many years. It basically is an unscripted, uncasted series that we have. It's just videos of us playing GTA and doing stupid stuff and having fun. It's a series to watch if you want to just have a laugh with us. We don't really do anything serious except for making money, but we do stupid stuff. We make cars blow up, we make cars fly around, we basically break the game and make things happen that shouldn't happen. So yeah, go check out GTA Funny Moments and check out our GTA Funny Moments playlist that has over 160 episodes and more coming soon, only on Formal Guy 01. And we are back after that sponsor, and this stage is starting to come to a close. There are only 3 laps to go as they are getting ready to go green after a caution. And here they come to the restart. 3 laps to go for stage 2. Down East gets a really good restart, and behind them they are starting to get 3, no, count them, 4 wide going into turn 1 at Red Bull. Normally never see that. Serd is going to get 2nd place and hold it for now. Car Freak is trying to come up on him. Oh, Car Freak almost had the inside line, but couldn't quite make it stick. And yeah, again, this stage is going to wind down very quickly. Car Freak almost went all the way out into the sand through the S-corners. So again, this stage had a few cautions. It also had A little bit of tight racing, but basically Down East got back to the lead and held the lead. And again, we're going to start doing this a little bit, just the element of shortening the videos a little bit, just to make uploads and editing a little bit easier. As Down East is fighting hard to keep that lead over Saird. Holy crap. They better not fight too hard, because here comes Car Freak. He's going to go to the outside. Car Freak is there, too wide for the lead. Car Freak has the outside. I think Down East is going to be able to power by him. Car Freak tries the crossover. Not enough racetrack to do that through that corner. Here comes Saird. Saird is going to get to the inside of Car Freak and move him just a little bit. Car Freak is fighting. Car Freak's going to hold second. But now did Down East get too much of a lead to catch him back before the end of the stage? Oh, Car Freak goes way to the outside through the grass on that corner. And, oh, I thought he was going in the grass again. And here he comes. Car Freak is coming up to Down East bumper. 1 lap to go for stage 2. Somehow, Car Freak is always there at the end. Car Freak goes to the outside of the 16. Was not enough to get the lead, but they are still too wide. Nope, the 16 got the run on the inside of the 14. He's going to hold it for now. Here comes Saird back trying to get up there for second. You can tell it's the end of the stage. Car Freak once again almost into the sand. Down East was not able to pass Car Freak for second. Now let's see if Car Freak can do it from second. Through the final corners, Car Freak is slightly there. He's not there yet. Here comes Car Freak by for the lead. Too wide for the lead coming to the start-finish line. Car Freak got loose. And Down East is going to win stage 2 by the nose of his race car. That is what the scoring loop shows. Down East just beat Car Freak by about 1/10 and a half. We might have to look back and see what happened, because I thought Car Freak had that. So we're going to look at Car Freak's visor cam. So this is what he sees coming through this corner. So right here, the 16 brakes way more than he does. And coming out of this last corner, you heard it right there. He got just a tad bit loose, and right there it is. Down East held the speed, held the line, and Down East just barely beat Car Freak, but he beat him. Down East takes the victory for stage 2 in the Red Bull Summer 200. Great move by him. Let's go to stage 3, because that was amazing. Alright, so while the cars are getting formed up here to start the final stage in this race, I think that's something I'm going to be doing going forward. Showing a little bit of the start of each stage, and, you know, still a decent chunk of racing, but I'm going to be sponsoring other stuff on our channel in the middle of these stages, and then basically just showing the big moments and also the start and finish of them. So again, the videos are going to be a little bit shorter, but again, we're going to show all the good stuff, and I certainly will not cut out any great racing between these guys. And here we go. We have 60 laps to decide the winner of the Red Bull Summer 200. See, FRL gets a huge run on the outside. He's going to try to pass everybody for the lead. He almost did it, but he was not able to pass Car Freak. FRL is still there, though. He's trying to hold second over Down East. Lone got into Down East coming to the S corners. That was almost really bad between those two. So again, we mentioned it at the top. Car Freak is on a 3-win streak. Stuart Haas is on a 5-win streak. And Down East was able to beat Car Freak outright for stage 2, so can Down East complete the package and win the race? It would be his first Cup Series win, but he's got a lot to do to make it happen. When we look back up here, Down East is trying to get back around FRL. And again, while FRL has not been here for many races, he is still showing that he definitely knows what he's doing behind the wheel of that race car. Driving that number 34 Mountain Dew, I think that's a Camry. Has the Camry package for Chip Ganassi Racing. Also, obviously, with this being a fantasy league, since I mentioned that team, it's good to mention this. Whenever you join, you can be on any team you want, so any NASCAR team. So, for example, the 88 car of Saird, that's clearly a Hendrick car, like Dale Jr.'s 88 car, but he actually runs on the Stuart Haas Racing team. Luna back there really bouncing through the grass. Big battle here for second. Down East almost had the run on the inside, but could not complete the pass. And again, they're racing so hard for second. The car freak's gapping them just a little bit. Again, the sun has come out. The track is really dry now, so now these guys are getting every ounce of horsepower they can out of these race cars and grip. One thing I'm going to point out, I take a lot of pride in the race cars in this league because I make all of them, and that Trump car right there of Car Freaks, that thing just shines and glimmers in this sunlight. I love to see it. Saren is all the way to the outside wall coming out of the last corner. You want to talk about getting every inch of the racetrack, he certainly did that. Again, Down East is not able to complete that pass for second. That's kind of shocking. I know the 34 has some speed, but if you can hold off the 16, that's some speed. So basically, if you look up at the track display, Car Freak's leading, and then you have a semi-spread out pack behind him of the 5 cars back there. And then you have 2 of the lapped cars. I say lapped cars because they've been lapped both of the first 2 stages, but they're back there in the back just trying to hold on. And again, if you don't make the playoffs and you don't make it to battle for the championship, you can use all of these races as practice for next season. Because guess what? Next season, the prizes are the same. So you can use these races as practice for next season so you can try to go and battle for that $300 prize. And now FRL is actually starting to gap Down East a little bit. That's something I never thought I'd say. I tell you, FRL's putting a decent little race together. As they come through the corners, FRL is wicked, and I mean wicked unstable through that last corner. Oh, and you know what? I know doing 2 of these in one race is a little bit kind of not standard for NASCAR, but this racing is so good right now, let's do another crank it up. And that was another crank it up. Love doing that and showing all those camera angles. And I think for some of the playoff races, we're going to try to show some of those camera angles while we're commentating this live. I think that would be kind of cool to show while we're talking about certain things. And this field has gotten really spread out. You saw in that the 34 got loose and spun out of turn 2. Again, now that Down East is in second, it's going to be interesting to see how hard he can push to try to get up to Car Freak. But alright, let's have another little ad, and we're going to show you guys our newest addition to our social media channels, the Formal Guy 01 TikTok channel. Our new TikTok features a lot of exclusive videos, including some GTA cinematics, where we're doing some scripted yet short-length little cinematic premiere movie-style videos. We post full-length Rocket League games on the daily. So if you want to watch that stuff, please go give us a follow. That is tiktok.com/formalguy01. Alright, and again, thank you guys so much for supporting our channel. It's really starting to grow, not just here, but especially on TikTok. And I am very happy that we can literally do ads about our stuff now, so that's pretty cool. As the cars come back around to the front straightaway to take this green flag, we have just, I believe it's 21 laps to go. Car Freak is your control car with Lone on the front row. Car Freak got a decent restart right there. And just a quick little recap of what happened while we were doing our little ad. Car Freak battled back up to the front and stayed in the front. I think he lost it in one of the restarts, and then he battled back up. I think we had maybe 1 or 2 cautions. Again, something very cool to this league that I haven't really seen in other leagues out there is we usually have a low amount of cautions per race. We had a decent amount at the Dragon Trail race earlier this season, but that was the first road course of the season. Sared almost took out like 3 or 4 cars right there, casually, so there's that. And here we go with this green flag back out. Car Freak goes to the lead, Down East in second. And again, another caution could come out at any time, but obviously these guys are racing hard. And with just 20 laps remaining in the Red Bull Summer 200, you never know what could happen. Car Freak had a lot of wheel hop right there through turn 1. So again, judging by what we've seen and the knowledge that we knew before the race even started, is that Car Freak was very slower than Down East was at this racetrack for practice. Not really sure what happened, but Car Freak has all of a sudden found speed, and a lot of it. But again, this is kind of the first time where we're seeing these two drivers up in the front, 1-2, and judging how Down East is, to our knowledge, the faster car here, you know, we're going to see if Down East can chase Car Freak down. And again, Car Freak is racing for his 5th win of the season and his 4th consecutive win, which is just a really crazy streak when you think about it. But again, if there's somebody that can end that streak, it would be Down East, and it would be here at this racetrack. Car Freak might have won stage 1, but he got kind of a bogus restart. And he also got some help from Clone, because Clone made the 16 wicked unstable. And again, bringing these videos back to the channel and also having our own NASCAR League on GT Sport, we are so happy to be able to rock these videos out. That other league I was in, it's just a horrible league. Horrible leadership, horrible people that run it at the top. There's complete bias towards the top people. I just, you know, I was so happy when I left it, and I'm so happy now that we get to continue racing like this without having to deal with those people. And again, the racing is better here. The attitudes are better here. Everything's better in this league, and that is my guarantee, and I stand by that 100%. As they come down this back straightaway here, Car Freak is gapping Down East just a little bit. Although Down East, he's trying to get a lot of speed out of that race car. He almost got sideways 2 or 3 times right there. Down East knows what's happening. He's racing for a playoff spot. Any points he can get would help. And if he could get the win here today, that would be 5 playoff points in his bank. Again, winning that stage helped, because that's a playoff point. And also next week, we're going to Suzuka East, and to my knowledge, Car Freak hasn't raced there since he was in that other league, and that's Down East style of racetrack, you could say, so really excited to see what happens with that race. And funny enough, that race is actually called the Down East Foods 200. And again, Down East requested this special car. He requested an LL Bean car to race with the number 16. Turned out pretty nice out there on the racetrack. And as these two battle, we have a little battle brewing back here between Sarah and Lone for 3rd place. Ooh, Sarah's going to go to the inside. He's going to try to get there. Nope, Lone's going to close the door on him. Not that time. Again, with these laps winding down so quickly. You see, Down East ain't going nowhere. He's starting to reel Car Freak in just a little bit. Can he complete the deal, though? Because getting to Car Freak is the first issue, and then getting around Car Freak is the second issue. Both of those things are quite difficult to do on the racetrack. Oh, he got wicked loose coming through the final corner as Car Freak sent it out in the grass, and they both did. So did Lone and Sarah back there. Everybody's in the grass through the last corner. Again, you are fully permitted to use every inch of this racetrack if it helps you get a better run. No penalties will be given out for that. And boy, these drivers are certainly taking full advantage of that. Again, this track has a very weird section of like, just a very weird turn where it's kind of like an SS. And that's where Car Freak really stressed that he did not have the speed the 16 did. But now Car Freak's all of a sudden driving away from him under green flag. And as these laps wind down, so is the season. Because again, next week being Suzuka East and the regular season finale, that's going to be crazy to see what goes down there. Because I do believe right now, we mentioned it earlier, that the actual playoff drivers might not change much, but just their positions might. So all of these drivers are racing for that, to see where they can place and get every possible playoff point that they can. Sarah gave Lone a little bit of a shot and put him into the wall. That was just a little bit on the dirty side, but hey, he didn't outright take him out. Lone just couldn't control it after the tap. As we look up at Car Freak, he's actually still making a gap to the 16. He's increasing that gap, actually. Down East was once only 2 or 3 car lengths behind him, and now all of a sudden he's back about a quarter of the straightaway, so dear Lord. As we look through the field is very spread out once again. Prophet back there in that 24 car just really getting track time. And again, Prophet joined so late, there was no way he was going to be able to get in the playoffs or race in the wild card or anything like that. So he's using this for extra practice for when he can join us for Season 2. Because for Season 2, he's going to be racing for something. And him taking over one of the most iconic NASCARs ever to race, the 24 Gordon car, that's going to be wild to see if he can get up into the Championship 4. Which, funny enough, is something that Jeff Gordon himself, I don't think, ever did, minus the final season he drove. Because literally, I think he was only in the Cup Series when they had that format for 2 seasons. As far as I know, I think they went to the playoff system in 2014. And that's the year that Gordon got just absolutely screwed out of it by Brad Keselowski at Texas, which still, to this day, really ticks me off. And then, obviously, Gordon got knocked out of the playoffs. He got knocked out of the Championship 4 because Ryan Newman intentionally wrecked Kyle Larson at Phoenix and didn't pay any penalty for that. But yeah, Prophet driving this Gordon 24 car. Maybe he'll have some success with it. And also, he is currently the only driver for Hendrick Motorsports. And again, that team just got vacated because a bunch of people that cannot control their emotions decided to pull out from the team. But yeah, that car looks very classic, looks very cool out on the track. A lot of you older viewers watching this race certainly know what this car is. Even the younger ones. NASCAR has so many spanning generations, and I love seeing it. Well, with this happening, we're going to look back up at the leader, and caution is out. Okay, ring a stinking ding ding. I don't know what this caution's out for. Okay, well, give us a second. We'll find out. Okay, so we just got word that the 2 car crashed in turn 2. We're going to see what happened. Yeah, he braked a little bit late. He tried to steer out of the way of the wall, and he just couldn't, and he just pancakes into it. And yes, that, by rule, is in fact a caution. So that's going to be crazy to see, because That just put a wrench into everybody's plans. So now you have Car Freak in the lead and Down East behind him in second place on the front row. So this restart is going to be crazy. I cannot wait, so let's get to it. Alright, well, Clone Wrecking there shocked everybody because Car Freak and Down East were about to really battle it out. But now Down East has another chance. And to everybody's shocker, this 24 Rainbow car is now on the front row for this restart, and he is on the lead lap. He is actually your leader and control car for this restart. So let's see what he's got. Only a few laps remain to decide the Red Bull Summer 200. Green flag is out. Prophet actually got a decent restart. Car Freak's to the inside. He's going to try to hold it. Yep, Car Freak's going to go right by. Prophet falls back to third. They are actually 3 wide for second right now. Prophet backed out of that really fast. He's still staying in it, but he did not want to be 3 wide. They are almost 3 wide there again. And now they are still 2 wide for second. Still 2 wide through the S corners. Holy crap. And don't look now, but here comes Clone in the mix. Down East looks like he's going to have the position for now, but I do believe Lone's going to get a decent run through the last corner. Nope, because Clone is there. Clone is there battling for third. We have a battle of the trump cars back here for third place. Clone underbraked a little bit, gave a shot to the 43. Lone has to get out of it a little bit, and Clone's going to go by for third place. Great move by that driver. And again, Clone is one of the newer drivers to this form of racing with these style of cars, but he is learning pretty quickly, I must add. As we look up at the lead, Car Freak goes back to a decent-sized lead over the 16. Now again, if a caution comes out within the next lap or two, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get back green, but that would almost inevitably cause a green-white checkered. As we look back at these two, they're still battling hard. Lone is not going anywhere. Lone wants to get third place back, because unlike Clone, Lone is battling for the playoffs. Right now, Clone is basically just racing to keep a wild card position. This race is winding down rapidly. Car Freak trying to hold this decent lead he has over Down East. I don't know. When you look at this gap, that's going to be kind of hard for Down East to make up because, again, for some reason, Car Freak just found speed today. And, I mean, he kind of does every week, but at the same time, the difference in speed between these two on practice was so different. Today, it looks like they never practiced. Today, it looked like Car Freak was always faster, and he wasn't. Trust me, Down East had way more speed than Car Freak. Car Freak almost goes out to the wall to the turn 1 turn right there. And don't look now, but here comes the other trump car, Sarah in the 88. So we could have a very tight battle between these trump car drivers for third and second place. Actually, third and fourth. Cool, Lone went really wide there coming through the corner. Again, we want to focus on the leader, but we also want to focus on this battle because Lone and Sarah are both playoff drivers, and they're racing for these points. Man, they're going so far to the outside of that corner trying to get every inch of it. And you see Clone and Lone just sent it through the grass. Entering lap 58 of 61 for this final stage. Boy, Sarah just sent it almost sideways through that corner. And Lone just blazed by the 2 car. Holy crap, what a run. Alright, well, Lone goes back to third, and the 2 car showed that he wasn't afraid to move the 43 out of the way if he needed to get that spot back. We're going to focus on this battle for now. We'll go back up to the lead if something happens, but Car Freak right now is actually driving away from the 16, so we're definitely going to keep our eyes on this battle. Lone just got wicked sideways. I'm shocked that Clone wasn't able to capitalize on that. And actually, no, Sarah capitalized on it because he got around the 2 car for 4th place. Again, Lone going almost to the wall for this corner. Sarah got a little bit loose. He's trying to stay in the gas. Again, we will go back up with the leaders once the white flag comes out to see them battle it out for one last lap. But this battle here is crazy. Nobody's driving away from each other. They're just staying with it. Sarah's going to try to get to the run to the outside. There he comes. Here comes Clone. They were almost 3 wide there for a second for third place. This racing is so good. Here comes Clone to the inside. 2 wide. Sarah is in the sand coming out of the last corner. Holy crap. And Lone is going to go back to third. 3 wide again. They were just 3 wide again. Sarah comes out of the sand and goes back to third place. White flag is next time by. We might not look at the leader. We might just keep watching this as Lone just drifted his way through that corner. Oh my lord, this is insane. Sarah underbraked a hair. Clone tried to get there and dive bomb. He couldn't quite get it to stick. Alright, well, the leaders are coming around the last corner, but this is where the real battle is. And as Car Freak comes around the last corner, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And this is just insane back here. While you watch these guys battle, we'll just go over a Car Freak scenario leading. You know, he has 3 wins in a row, 4 total wins on the season. And if he's able to hold the 16 off for the rest of this lap, it'll be 4 wins in a row, 5 total wins. Oh my gosh, but this battle here is still brewing. Again, Stuart Haas, you know, they're basically not even racing in that other league anymore because nobody wants them to, fittingly. And now they come into this league, and they will officially get their win today out of the final corner. No mistakes, and Car Freak is going to get his 4th win in a row. Win number, I think it's 6 now for Stuart Haas. And yeah, coming out of the final corner, Sarah gets wicked loose coming to the line. And Sarah will officially hold off everybody for 3rd. Lone takes 4th, Clone takes 5th. Profit's a little off the pace back there, but what a race by these guys, man. That was a great race. Well, and with all of that stuff happening, the drivers are entering their cooldown lap. Car Freak just, I don't know. He came into this track not having much confidence or speed, but he's able to win a stage in the rain, and he's able to hold off his longtime friend down east. 16 gave him a bump. 16 can appreciate a good drive when he sees one, and that was a great drive. These two have been friends for a long time, Car Freak and Down East, and they certainly know how to battle. But they do it with the utmost class and respect for each other. And here's something cool. We have all 4 of the Trump cars rolling together in a little bit of a formation for this cooldown lap. Got Car Freak, Sarah, Lone, and Clone. All of the Trump cars rolling together. Really cool to see this, actually. And I'll officially say it, Trump 2024. Let's take that White House back. Heck, 2022. Run for House, man. Run for the House and become Speaker of the House. Get Pelosi out of there. But alright, that is officially win number 5 for Car Freak. And that is his 4th win in a row. Win number 6, I believe. Yeah, 6 for Stuart Haas. I might have been saying the wrong numbers for this the whole time because Car Freak has so many wins, it's kind of hard to keep track of, but he is going to burn it down with Trump riding aboard for this burnout. Again, just Stuart Haas is on fire this season. And much like that other league, the other league, Stuart Haas was a 1-car team and then became a 2-car team in the 3rd season, but Car Freak carried that team to so many wins, and he's doing it again for this league. And with Car Freak burning it down on the front straightaway, we'll just go over a couple other things. So next week is the regular season finale, and nothing is official until that race is over, but Car Freak basically has the regular season title locked up. But again, that will officially be announced and credited at the end of next week's race. And again, Suzuka East is one of all of these drivers' favorite tracks to go to. Lots of great competitive racing to be had there. Again, Down East gets a stage win. I think he drives for Roush Fenway for his team too, so that's always cool. But alright, this has been the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League Cup Series, and while it's not a full race, it's still definitely a pretty decent sized race, decent length to the video. Hope you all have enjoyed watching. My upload schedule has been really wonky lately. I've been uploading GTA videos and also just doing other stuff, taking just a mild break from editing these videos, but these videos will certainly continue to come out. But alright, I want to thank you all so much for watching. This league is really growing thanks to you all watching these videos, and in the link below we'll be linking to our TikTok, Instagram, also NFRL Season 1 official playlist, which has every race we've done so far, and will have every race that we do in this season, all in order of which they happened. So you will be able to watch the entire season of this league on demand anytime on Formal Guy 01 on YouTube. But alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time on the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League Cup Series. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you saw, and if you want to see more content, and switch that notification bell on to get notified every single time we upload a brand new video. And also check the description to get links to all sorts of stuff, including our NASCAR playlist and playlists to funny moments across many other video games. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one.